Hi everyone, hope you're doing alright, hope you're staying safe, hope you're staying sane, and I hope you're staying gamble free. Just a really quick video for me today, really, just to say hi to everyone. Thanks so much for all your comments, all your questions and stuff. I will get around to replying to everyone in due course, because I think it's really important that we sort of stay in touch and we keep supporting each other through this tricky time. Now, just a very quick one today, not so much about gambling but about anxiety, which of course can be the result and the source of gambling. Now, I did talk about this a little bit in my last video, but I think now it's become more and more important as the days have gone on. I've read a lot recently, a lot of comments by people, a lot of stuff on social media, a lot of stuff in the mainstream media, people basically saying, when will people start taking this pandemic? When will people start taking this outbreak seriously? And my understanding is this: I am taking this pandemic, this outbreak, very seriously. I'm filming this video well away from anyone, and on my one allocated form of exercise each day. But people seem to think that taking things seriously means, you know, sitting in a dark corner, you know, living on a diet of bread and water, and basically fearing for your life every single day, and basically spending your life miserable and until this passes. Now, what I'd say is that it doesn't need to be like that. We can take this seriously. We can listen to the government advice. We can follow all the guidelines. But we don't have to live with this anxiety. Worst case scenario, yes, this virus spreads and spreads and spreads. There's no stopping it, and we all die out within a month, right? Obviously, we know that's not going to be the result. But if it was, do you want to have spent your last 2 weeks on this earth sitting in a corner, stressing, panicking, getting yourself wound up by all the news, all the fake news, all the real news, all the sudden experts on social media? Everyone's sharing how miserable they are. Everyone's sharing how stressful this time is. No, you don't. If you knew this was your last few weeks on earth, you'd want to enjoy it. I'm going to go home after this, and I'm going to sit at home with my wife. We're going to have some nice food, own a bottle of wine, possibly put a film on. You know, enjoy some time together. You know, yes, it is stressful. There's 3 of us in a relatively small house, all working from home or schooling from home, and it can be stressful. It can test your patience sometimes. But we don't need to switch our lives off. We don't need to spend our lives stressing and getting anxious, you know, and making those around us anxious. For God's sake, avoid Facebook, avoid social media, avoid all the fake news, and even the real news, which is tilted to be scaremongering, you know, because it sells papers, it attracts clicks. Stay away from it. If you want to get an update, and I want to get an update, then watch the government's update every day. Yes, of course, they have their own agenda. They're going to put their own slant on it. But at least you know that the facts you're getting have a basis in truth. We're not going to get through this fit, well, healthy and happy if we all spend our time winding each other up, telling each other how it's going to be awful, how it's going to go on till November, how real life is never going to be the same again, how the stock market's going to crash and all our savings are going to be wiped out. Not that us as gamblers generally have many savings, but let's just live the days. You know, I'm not a motivational speaker, and I don't always have the best positive slant on life. But just think, worst case scenario, this is doomsday. This is the end of all humanity as we know it. Don't spend your last few weeks cowering in a corner, you know, thinking the worst, dreading the worst, and expecting the worst. You know, live your life, get your form of exercise each day, keep away from people, live within the guidelines, don't be an idiot, don't be irresponsible, because we can get through this. But don't just switch off your life and wait for it all to be over. Don't spend your days stressing, building yourself up and getting anxious about everything, because anxiety will lead to worse things. It will lead to other health problems, and in our instances, there's a good chance it will lead to gambling. Stay safe, everyone, but try and stay happy as well. Have a great weekend. Take care.